Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. In this video, I'll be teaching you variation. Yes, variation. Let's get to right. Variation. What do I mean by variation? From the word variation, varies. Variation refers to the change or difference in a quantity or value. Variation refers to the change or difference in quantity or a value. So, when we talk about variation, we talk about the changes that we observe about quantity, about value as regards mathematics. So, there are types of variations and we need to deal with each and every one of them. So, in this video, we'll be dealing with direct variation. You have to watch out for the next videos to see the other types of variation. So, let's begin with direct variation. So let's take that direct variation. Now, what do we mean by direct variation? Direct variation is when quantity increase or decrease with another quantity. The changes or difference that is observed with direct variation is that a quantity increase or decrease with another quantity. This means that as one quantity increase, the other one increase. As one quantity decrease, the other one decrease. This is applicable in what we are experiencing in Nigeria today. The increase in the fuel price has brought about increase in so many things that we buy, because there is somewhat relationship between the price of fuel and many other things that involves transportation or the use of the fuel. So the increase in the price of the fuel increase in the cost of those things. So this kind of variation is what we call direct variation. So how do we mathematically express this? Mathematically, we will say, let's say one quantity is y and another quantity is x. So y is directly proportional to x. This is a sign of proportionality. Y is directly proportional to x. So if y is directly proportional to x, that tells that as y increase, x increase. As y decrease, x decrease. Good. So what happens here, where the y is dependent, let's say dependent quantity or variable, and x is independent. So if x is independent variable, so let's write that independent variable or quantity. So if x is independent, then there's something that has to be constant with x to obey for y. Therefore, when the sign of proportionality is removed, we put equal sign. So we say y is equal to, there is a constant k x. So there is a constant that happens such that we can tell that as y increase, x will also increase. At a particular rate, definitely at a particular rate. Let's say if y increase by 50%, x could also increase by 50%. What determines that increment in x is this constant k. Is this constant k that keeps happening. Are you getting this now? So if I really want to know this constant k, what I'll just do is to make k the subject of the formula. So if I make k the subject of the formula, I'll divide both sides by x. I'll divide both sides by x. X cancel x, then it becomes k equals to y divided by x. So when y divided by x, then we'll know the constants that occur between the two variables. Let's take an example to see how this works. Example number 1. If x varies directly as y and x is equal to 9 when y is equal to 24. Full stop. So the question says we should find the value of x when y is equal to 5. Now if you study this question now, you will see that if x varies directly as y, so they have told us the relationship between x and y, what really exists between them. It is direct variation. So it says that when x is equal to 9, y was 24. So find the value of x. What would x now be when y is equal to 5? So we need to see how directly they varies with each other. Definitely, we will need to first of all do what now? Correct. Find the constant. What is the constant of these changes or difference that occur between x and y directly? Direct variation, directly. So let's get into the solution. Solution. So remember that x varies directly as y. That must be mathematically represented. X varies directly as y. So if x varies directly as y, then we can say that x is equal to ky. So x is equal to ky when x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 24. So let's find the value of k. To find the value of k, we will divide both sides by y. We will divide both sides by y. So y cancel y, then we have k equal to x all over y. So since the value of x was 9 and the value of y was 24, so we have 9 over 24 as the constant. Can this be reduced to the lowest term? Yes. So let's reduce that to the lowest term. 3 here, 3 all over 3 here, 8. 3 over 8. So this is the constant. So now that we've gotten the constant, they will not think of what to do. So find the value of x when y becomes 5. So let's see the changes. When y becomes 5, what will be the value of x? So we can just make x the subject of the formula. And since x is equal to k multiplied by y, so x here is already the subject of this formula. So we can say is equal to k is 3 all over 8 multiplied by the y, the new y. So the new y is just 5. So we say 5 over 1. So 3 times 5 we have 15. 8 times 1 we have 8. So the value of x the value of x when y becomes 5 is equals to 1 whole number 7 all over 8. That is 15 over 8. So this is just an improper fraction, and I have told you in previous videos, when you have an improper fraction, it is advisable to make it a mixed fraction before you say it's a final answer.
I believe you understood everything we did in this video. Watch it out well properly, take your notes well, and understand it better. Bye bye. See you in the next video.